Is it insanely stupid of me to not give a FCK about my student loans? I have about $20,000 and change in federal student loans, and since the student loan forgiveness fell through, payments will start for these soon, and honestly I just do not care. I always see people making themselves absolutely miserable trying to desperately pay off their student loans by living as cheaply as they can and working as much as possible. My tentative plan is to just consolidate all of my loans, get on an income-based payment plan, and pay the lowest amount possible with automatic payments and move on with my life. I just don't see the point in making myself miserable and living off of ramen for the next few years so I can be debt-free. As long as those payments are made on time, my credit will be fine, and if by some insane miracle I would one day be able to purchase a house, lenders care more about your monthly payments instead of the overall debt. So why care and make myself miserable when I can just pay a $100 give or take a month and call it a day? At this point, that's my plan. I literally don't think I could ever pay them off, especially with the interest now. I can't care to even attempt at BC, it's literally pointless. This is the plan of multiple people I know. It's certainly mine. I put a down payment on a condo this year with the money I'd saved up from not paying student loans. And you're right, they absolutely did not care how much I actually owed. Just that I pay my stuff on time. And I owe more than you. Just be zen about it. You're right to not care. Agencies don't care because they're making money off the interest. But as long as you're making your minimum payments, your credit score won't be affected, which can help you buying a car, house, or leasing. The money you don't use paying down your loans faster is better used in other places that can make you more money, particularly if you can qualify for a loan forgiveness program. I would kill to only have $20,000 in student loans. Just don't refinance with a private company. If it's still government-based, there is a further chance of forgiveness or other actions. I have about $5,000 left. The forgiveness would have paid it off. Fuck me, I guess. I have at least 10x more student loan debt than you, which I have been paying off for over 20 years. I am not sure I am going to make payments. Now the forgiveness would not have helped me much anyway. Student loans need to be able to be wiped by bankruptcy. Student loans are corrupt. My brother ignored his student loans. They garnished his wages until they were paid off. I'm paying the bare minimum until I'm eligible for loan forgiveness. I genuinely don't care about them. I have around $60,000 in student loan debt and still was eligible for a home, a car, and multiple credit cards. For travel hacking, I don't spend more than I have. My credit score is 810 and I'm doing just fine. They linger on my credit report and that's about it. No, personally, I think everyone with student loans ought to revolt and refuse to make payments on them in protest. I don't know how to start this movement. It needs to be everyone. If PPP loans don't get paid back, then neither should school loans. To be honest, if the interest rate on the loan is under 10%, student loans typically are around 34%, it would make sense to only make the minimum payments toward the loan and put any extra money toward a house, a retirement account, or some stock index with 10% returns. Mathematically, you would make more money if you built equity with leftover money as opposed to paying off such low interest loans. The biggest issue with student loans is that they never go away unless you pay them off. I thought I'd paid mine off decades ago. I got very ill, ended up on disability. 2 years into disability, they came knocking looking for the loan they say I hadn't paid. I'm positive I had, but with moving, etc. Due to illness, I couldn't find my proof of payoff. So they were going to attach my disability check, which was barely enough to pay my rent. I inadvertently found out the only way to get a student loan discharged without a full payoff. You must be terminally ill. Period. At the time, it was a given that I would die of a terminal, incurable disease. Shockingly enough, they never made it to the point of attaching my check, and I never heard from them again. The dismissal letter is currently in a bank safe deposit box. Just in case they forget, I've been forgiven. My suggestion to you is, as long as you keep making payments, you should be fine. But once you stop, everything, including Social Security retirement, is in large part forfeit to them. They can by law take all but $700 from it. This needs to be stopped, changed, or just plain done away with. They can follow you for your entire lifespan. It's insane. Nope. I have student loans. I will die before they are paid off. And I am totally fine with it. When you die, showing proof of death will discharge them. I have no regrets about having them. I view them as the price to pay so I can have the quality of life I have now. I dream of a time where we have enough class solidarity to not only have a general strike but also people collectively not paying their student loans. Could you imagine? No, it is not stupid. Your attitude reflects this fact. Neither educational debt nor medical debt should ever exist in the first place. All of it should be completely forgiven now. Full stop. Like most peer nations, America should adopt taxpayer-supported, free, pre-K through university public education. Like all our peer nations, America should adopt universal health care, Medicare for all, except no substitute. Over the years I have paid nearly $80,000 in payments for $65,000 in overall loans. I have also since taken on Parent Plus loans for my kids and will continue for all of them. I refuse to pay any more than the minimum. I am done paying. It has been a nice pause over COVID and all, but when payments are finally demanded, I will wait 4 months. Then differ and get forbearance when I can. Then I will go 3.5 months late, get on a program, have the late amount get added to the back of the loan, make a minor payment, then repeat the process all over again ad nauseum. They have gotten enough from me. Bad news is I cannot go bankrupt on a student loan. Good news is that they die with me. When I die they can do nothing to my wife and kids. Sure, there won't be too much for them to inherit, but they will begin their careers debt-free and be able to start out owing no one a damn thing. When my last kid graduates I will own about $180,000 and will pay little to none of it back. Fuck them. We all gonna die sooner or later. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I'm not even convinced I want to pay them back. Ed Financial wants me to renew or create a new account since I haven't logged on in 3 years. Why bother? Fuck 'em. Loaning an 18-year-old money to pay for an English degree was a stupid decision and I shouldn't be held liable for their mistakes. Explain like I'm 5. Why do people not understand student loan forgiveness benefits us all? An enlightened society is a progressive and inventive one. As well, my limited understanding of microeconomics tells me that if a person has more monthly income freed up, they spend more. So if we forgive all these loans, the economy would be organically stimulated by the increase in spending. Why can't people understand that the government and colleges are both liable for this financial crisis? With government subsidies and almost bulletproof loans that are very difficult to bankrupt out of. This a manufactured problem that the manufacturers are liable for. But moo tax dollars, STFU. The government already has your money. At least spend it on citizens instead of letting them justify another salary increase.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.